jars and made little covers over.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But they were there for the work. Everybody came there for the work.
Why, sure.
Yeah.
Everything was rationed then. You couldn't buy shoes and clothes and so many things that you couldn't just buy straight out. They had a certain issue for everything, So you go downtown and see a line of people. You wonder what they're in line for. And if you had time and money, you get in that line and maybe. So it was quite an experience,
Yeah.
for me being a girl from Oklahoma
Yeah.
and then going out there coming out here seeing with so many people,
Yeah.
That's what was exciting to me.
You came to California by yourself?
Well, I had a lady friend, and then
You weren't scared to leave Oklahoma?
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
Okay, well, I get the sense not much scares you anyway.
Granny's a gangster.
I get Granny's a gangster. Yeah, I get the sense that not much scares you anyway.
No.
Yeah.
No. Going where you could do better, and and I helped my folks back home a lot with so many things being rationed. Well, I was able to buy things and send
back home
from yes.
That's a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah.
That you were working and sending stuff back to Oklahoma to your family.
Oh sure.
Wow.
Sure.
Well, how would you describe, Ike, as we sit and talk about Oklahoma and this Tulsa race massacre? How would you describe your feelings toward the state of Oklahoma all these years later?
The state of Oklahoma is sitting on probably a $36 billion surplus. The state representative, Regina Goodwin, has put forth bills to benefit the three living, well, I still consider my Uncle Red still here, survivors, that they should, advance them some of that money. A small token of, hey, we effed up. We know we effed up.
Yeah.
They had a commission that did a report that said that these people are owed reparations. They're owed compensation in several different ways. State of Oklahoma, if you know right, do right. They have some progressive leaders, and they still have some people that are in power that are probably prejudiced as all get out. And that is obvious, because if you have that type of money in surplus and you know that you're at fault, the National Guard failed to act on that very day. The state of Oklahoma is at fault. The Supreme Court holds the case in its hand. They can reinstate the public nuisance case. They know that they're all over 100 years old. One is already passed. Supreme Court needs to go ahead and make a decision, make the right decision, put it back in the hands of the court.
I'm not naive at all in asking this, but why do you think they are so recalcitrant? We know what happened. They know these survivors. There are only two left now.
Right.
Both 109. Your grandmother about to be 110.
Right.
Lord willing in May. Why do you think they are so recalcitrant about this? So stubborn about this?
Tulsa Race Massacre was the worst in U.S. history. However, if you buy the book, in the back of the book, we point out Bloody Sunday. We point out other issues of our people across the country being subject to the same type of behavior on smaller scales. Nonetheless traumatizing, nonetheless removal of generational wealth, and so on and so forth. This could be a landmark case and a way forward for everybody to finally get reparations across the country.
So you think the pushback in part is about the fact that they think if they do this here, it's a slippery slope.
Very slippery slope, because these are facts. These are historical facts. The first thing traded on a New York Stock Exchange was African American slaves. Think about that.
African slaves, yeah, sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, at least New York, came across a mass grave, and they said, okay, this is sacred ground. We need to do something about this. We need to change our behavior. California is being progressive right now, and the discussion on reparations in different areas. You know what I'm saying? They're starting to look back at history and said, okay, we already know this is wrong.
on this conversation. We are waiting to see how it's going to play itself out here in California. The rest of the country is watching us. I say all the time about California politics, what happens here either cast a long shadow or a long sunbeam across the nation, because everybody's watching us. And so we are hopeful that here in California we'll get this thing right, so the rest of the nation can see what ought to be done, what in fact can be done when it comes to reparations. When we come forward, more of our conversation with the authors of the book, Don't Let Them Bury My Story, the oldest living survivor of the Tulsa Race Massacre. In her own words, how delighted are we, how blessed are we to have Viola Ford Fletcher, Mother Fletcher, live with us in studio, and her grandson, Ike Howard, on Tavis Smiley.
From Leimert Park with love, this is Tavis Smiley.
In a city as big as LA, healthcare shouldn't feel far away. That's why Cedars-Sinai is breaking down barriers and bringing resources like free screenings, vaccinations, and wellness programs into local communities. From Leimert Park to Lincoln Heights and everywhere in between, Cedars-Sinai is showing up, partnering with over 200 local organizations to improve access to healthcare resources. Because care doesn't just happen inside a hospital. It happens in neighborhoods and places around the city where we live, work, and grow. Cedars-Sinai, here for LA.
All I need is one mic.
With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Tavis Smiley. We want to speak directly to our listeners in Altadena and all across Southern California. Recently, we invited Southern California Edison to join a town hall so fire survivors could ask questions and get clear information about the Altadena Eaton fire and this so-called settlement fund. Weeks before the event, the law firm originally connected to the program withdrew, and we provided SCE updated materials confirming those changes. But despite that, SCE later stated publicly and privately that they were pulling out of the town hall because plaintiffs' attorneys were participating. That was not accurate, and SCE knew that it was not accurate. But when shown documentation that disproved their claim, SCE ignored it and declined to correct the record. At KBLA Talk 1580, trust is not an option. It is the foundation of our work and witness. It is the promise that we make to you. And so we will not move forward with any partnership that misrepresents the facts or undermines the credibility that we have built in love and service to this beloved community. Our commitment remains with the good people of Altadena. We will continue providing independent, verified information to support your recovery without interference from any outside entity, including Southern California Edison, so you don't get burned twice. With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Tavis Smiley. As always, we welcome your feedback.
We ask seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your
Check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-7080.
More honesty than you can handle.
More empowerment than you can imagine.
You're tuned in to Tavis Smiley.
My time is getting away from me. I've enjoyed this immensely, this time with Viola Ford Fletcher. We call her Mother Fletcher, and her grandson, Ike Howard. The book is called Don't Let Them Bury My Story, the oldest living survivor of the Tulsa Race Massacre. In her own words, she's now 109 years young, about to be 110 come May. And as you can hear and you can see, she is just as sharp as ever. And I'm just tickled at the idea. I was asking some friends of mine the last few days, just doing my own little survey, who is the oldest person you ever met? And I couldn't get above 101. Nobody in my circle had met anybody that was over 101. One of my friends had an aunt who passed at 101. So that was and all of my friends, that was the oldest person they'd ever known. So I got all of them beat now. I met a 109-year-old person named Mother Fletcher. So I'm the winner in my circle now, having met somebody who's older than 101. That said, Mother Fletcher, why did you want to write this book? What did you want to say to people?
Well, I think that's what to say. If I could do that, well, I think others should. Mm-hmm. You know, I think that should be done more often. Mm-hmm. I think a question was asked of a little kid that shouldn't boys or men write, boys, he said, write books. Mm-hmm. Yes, I think families should write books. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. No, but if these books aren't written, then our stories don't get told. I said, I've written, 23, 24 books myself, and I tell people all the time that each of us doesn't just have a story. Each of us is a story. Yep. You are a story. Really? Your grandson is a story. And if we don't write these books, then our stories don't get told. Right. That history doesn't get passed on. So I'm so glad you took the time to finally do this. Tell me how the book came to be, Ike, and why now? I mean, this book could have been written years ago, I suspect. I mean, the story hasn't changed. Why now?
Well, I came across a fascinating young woman. Her name is Mocha. Mm-hmm. And
hey, Mocha. I know you're listening.
She's Mocha Media. And she is absolutely fabulous. So she kind of pushed the envelope. Mm-hmm. We met through mutual friends, and she flew to Dallas, Texas, and she brought her children with her. Mm-hmm. So it's one thing to come by yourself, but when you bring your kids with you now, we getting personal. Mm-hmm. We broke bread. We had something to eat.
That was smooth, Mocha. That was smooth. Go
ahead. Mother Fletcher loves children, so we broke bread together. We had a genuine conversation. She looked us in the eye. She held us by the hand and said, "Hey, look, this is what we can do. This is how we can do it, and the option is yours." She wasn't pushy. She just kept it 1,000. And being that she's a strong black woman, as well as my grandmother, I said, I think this is the way to go. Yeah. And Simon & Schuster, a lot of people had an opportunity to take this book and take it to the stratosphere. I said, you know what, I'm riding with you. And
my story, the oldest living survivor of the Tulsa Race Massacre, in her own words, Viola Fletcher, and her grandson, Ike Howard, our guest right now on Tavis Smiley.
This is getting good.
Yeah, man.
Tavis Smiley continues when we come forward.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
If you're like me, 60 and retired, making ends meet, especially here at the supermarket and drugstore, is tough. I'm so blessed to have found benefitscheckup.org. It's a free and confidential website from the National Council on Aging that connected me to $1,200 a year in programs that help pay for food, medicine, utilities, and more. Maybe it can help you. benefitscheckup.org.
You know where you want to go in life, and City National Bank can help. City National knows the dedication it takes to build your vision for the future into a reality, and our team is here for you. We have a wide range of options to help, from personal savings accounts to interest-bearing money market savings accounts and more, all designed to help you get where you want to go. City National, here for every stage of the journey. Learn more at cnb.com. City National Bank is a subsidiary of Royal Bank of Canada, member FDIC.
An official message from Medicare.
Couple more minutes, and we'll start this month's book club.
You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year, I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you gotta make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money.
Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
helping to make you the most knowledgeable person in your circle of friends. This is Tavis Smiley.
Our remaining moments with Ike Howard, the grandson of Viola Fletcher, his granny, as he calls her, Mother Fletcher, as we call her, now 109. Her book is called Don't Let Them Bury My Story. Mother Fletcher, can you tell me about this picture on the cover of the book? Tell me about this picture.
Well, I was a young lady at that time.
a gorgeous young lady, as I might add. I mean, you're still gorgeous. At 109, you look beautiful, but that's a gorgeous photo of you.
Well, no, I don't remember. Just, let's see, how old was I? Between 16 or 18 years old, I think.
Yeah.
You know, just turning into being a young lady.
It is
Uh-huh.
a gorgeous photo.
Yeah.
What do you attribute? To what do you attribute the fact that you have lived to be 109? What's the secret to being 109?
Well, it's just a blessing.
Just a blessing. I love it.
That's all.
I love
because
it.
there's so many different things. Trying to eat right and get enough rest and sleep and just anything good.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I try to take part of it, get into part of it.
There you go. I like that. Anything good, she wants to be down with. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Before we wrap this up, Mr. Smiley, we have the Viola Fletcher Foundation.
Please talk about it.
The Viola Fletcher Foundation is here in the United States. It's also in Africa. We're based out of Ghana, and we have a project called the Pad Me Project, where we give out menstruation pads to young women, along with panties, bras, deodorant, soap, teach them about the importance of menstrual hygiene. It's an absolutely fabulous program, and we really need people to know about the Viola Fletcher Foundation. I know it's a lot of giving across the board. People don't know she has her own foundation, and we really need help to maintain the legacy in years to come. So I'm sending a shout out to Shaquille O'Neal and Floyd Mayweather and people that I know that can make a difference.
And folks, I'm glad you went there. I was going to close with that, but you jumped ahead of me. That's okay. How can folks access the foundation online?
www.violafletcherfoundation.org. Go to latest news, click on that, and you'll see videos of what we actually do. So we show and improve. We just don't talk about it. We be about it. We've been back and forth. Ghana hosted us. She's a citizen of Ghana and the United States.
Oh, yeah.
The only person to receive Ghanaian citizenship on U.S. soil, her and Uncle Red did last year. It was the last day of Black History Month last year that received Ghanaian citizenship.
I've been to Ghana a few times. It's a beautiful place. And I always get in trouble when I say this, but I've been to only 16 African countries. I've only been to 16. But the Ghanaian people are the nicest folk on the planet, and the nicest folk on the continent. So you picked the right country to partner with. Let me close with this. I got 60 seconds left. Every time you are with your grandmother, which is, I assume, pretty much every day, what do you take, Ike, from her strength?
Perseverance is key. You know, she tells me, if you get knocked down, get back up. She said, I ain't raising nobody that ain't got no girth to them. You got to be about that life. Stand on business for real. She is, her perseverance is absolutely amazing. You can't complain about not going to school knowing that she wanted to go to school. You can't complain about going to work. She worked until she was 85 years of age. So with those type of examples set before you, you know what you have to do. The bar is set. You know what I'm saying? So when you see young people complaining or you think you got it bad, try being 109, trying to make it to 110.
Mother Fletcher, I'll give you the last word, as we should. Is there any wisdom you can share with us? Just give me something good to hold on to. I don't care what it is. Just give me something good to hold on to. Tell me something that I should always keep in mind.
Understand.
He wants you to say something positive for the people. Something positive. The last word, a positive word for the people.
Well, I'd still say, I think people, after we have a little book out, somebody else might try to do the same thing.
Yes.
So with me, 109, if I can do it, well, I feel like someone else should. Yeah. We need to spread our little messages wider.
That's right.
So more people can, have something to read about. Well, if she can do it, well, I'll try or I'll do it. And that's what I'm proud of.
And you should be. on this program. The book is called Don't Let Them Bury My Story, the oldest living survivor of the Tulsa Race Massacre, in her own words, written by the 109-year-old Viola Fletcher, Mother Fletcher, and her grandson, Ike Howard. Yeah. Love you both. Thank you for the opportunity to talk to you. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
What a blessing it was to have them both here in studio just last February, almost a year ago. And what a blessing it was for her to have made it to 111 and to have been surrounded by her family when she took her last breath yesterday in a hospital in Tulsa at the age of 111. I believe that leaves Mother Leslie Benningfield Randall as the last survivor of the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre. I heard the mayor, Monroe Nichols of Tulsa, talking about this yesterday. So I believe Mother Randall is now the last remaining survivor, just one left from this race massacre. And we will always refer to it as a massacre, not a riot, given what you heard Ike lay out at the top of that conversation. We offer our condolences to the family of Mother Viola Fletcher. We are pulling and praying for them. What a life, what a legacy. More of Tavis Smiley when we come forward.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. President Trump calls Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene's decision to leave Congress great news for the country.
I just disagreed with her philosophy. She started backing perhaps the worst Republican congressman in our history.
Greene announced her January 5th resignation after a fallout with Trump, saying she's always fought for everyday Americans but sees little change in politics. Herbert Brown, a pioneering black travel agent and local political leader, has died at 101. Brown opened Baltimore's first black-owned travel agency after World War II and helped found the Vanguard Political Club. And the American Film Institute will honor Eddie Murphy with its 51st Life Achievement Award. The gala is set for April 18th in Hollywood. Murphy's career spans over 4 decades, starting with Saturday Night Live at age 19. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Compassion sponsorship means food, healthcare, education, and most of all, being known, loved, and protected. There are thousands of kids waiting over a year. End their wait. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Text the word radio to 83393.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
Interesting game at Crypto.com Arena tonight in downtown LA. The Lakers and Clippers meet up for the first time this season. The outlook for both teams at the start of the season is very different. At 12-4, the Lakers have the third best record in the Western Conference, despite not having LeBron for the first 14 games. The Clippers have the fourth worst record in the West at 5-12. They were 2-7 while Kawhi Leonard missed 9 games with an ankle injury. Leonard returned to the lineup Sunday at Cleveland, but will he be at full strength to deal with LeBron or Luka Doncic? This is a national TV game tonight on NBC. The Clippers' problems could get exposed to the entire country. As for the Lakers, the country will see why they are one of the NBA surprise teams. 8 o'clock tip-off. Top 5 women's college basketball teams in this week's top 25 poll: UConn, South Carolina, 6-0 UCLA, Texas, and LSU. No
Peace and prosperity. As we celebrate with family and friends, we're already looking forward to an exciting first quarter, packed with must-attend events to kick off the new year just right. In January, join us for our inaugural Brotherhood Brunch, bringing together community leaders, change makers, and everyday people for inspiration and connection. February means it's time for our signature Black History Month luncheon, a powerful celebration you won't want to miss. And in March, Women's History Month, we're once again hosting our State of Black Women in Los Angeles Symposium and Luncheon, addressing the issues that matter most inside our community. From all of us at KBLA Talk 1580, happy holidays. Stay tuned for more details on these incredible upcoming events. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice, your community, your power.
Tavis, Smiley. Glad to have you with us in this hour of our program. Hour 2. I am pleased to welcome to this program, Jaron Lanier, influential American computer scientist, author, and musician, widely recognized as the founding father of the field of virtual reality. He currently serves as the prime unifying scientist at Microsoft Research. Back in the 80s, Jaron co-founded VPL Research, Inc., the first company to sell those VR goggles that everybody's wearing these days, and for that matter, wired gloves. He and his team developed early applications of VR in various fields, including surgical simulation and vehicle prototyping. He is a prominent critic of the social and ethical implications of modern technology, particularly social media and the free online culture driven by the advertising business model. I've had him on a number of times over the years to discuss any one of these best-selling books, including You Are Not a Gadget, Who Owns the Future, Dawn of the New Everything, Encounters with Reality and Virtual Reality, and one of my favorite books from Jaron, 10 Arguments for Deleting Your Social Media Accounts Right Now. Jaron Lanier, good to have you back. How are you, sir?
Hey, Tavis. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Happy to have you. Good to hear your voice. You been okay?
Yeah.
You been good?
You know, my little bubble of reality's been great. The world at large is troubling, but, you know, that's
What is troubling you the most right now? Anything keeping you up at night?
Woo! Look, you gotta laugh. I mean, I feel like laughter is vital medicine these days. You just gotta do it, even if it's dark laughter. I would say the thing what's bothering me the most right now, we seem to have just stopped worrying about climate change, and our descendants are going to pay for that, you know. That's a bad one. We seem to have just kind of stopped worrying about a lot of stuff, and a lot of the stuff we are worrying about is kind of just made up, and it's true in the US, but you know, to a degree it's true around the world, and we're putting God, what can I say? Look, I work on and I use what we call AI. I don't like the term AI, but whatever you want to call it, I think it's useful stuff, honestly, but the thing is, we've put such an emphasis on it that it's almost like the only thing anybody invests in. And that's just way out of balance and really a problem. And also puts us at risk. Like, I'm really, you know, like right now, if there's a bubble burst, the way things are set up is there's just a lot of people without a safety net, and I just don't like the picture of what that looks like. You know, I really don't like it.
Yep. What do you not like about AI? You said you don't like the term AI. What do you artificial intelligence?
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about AI.
Okay.
What is it actually? Like, at the end of the day, if you just get very literal, very concrete, what are these things we call AI tools? So what it is we take a bunch of data from people, and sometimes just from the world, like from satellite images or whatever, and we mush them all together with a bunch of statistical math, and then what comes out is a kind of a combination of what everybody said and all the data. It's a way of combining things from the world. It's a little like the Wikipedia. The Wikipedia combines a bunch of entries from different people, but you wouldn't say, you don't treat the Wikipedia as like God or something, but AI is like that. It's very much like the Wikipedia, where you combine a bunch of stuff from people. There's two differences. One of the differences is that in the Wikipedia, people wanted to be there. They decided to add their stuff to it. And in AI, it's involuntary. You're just sucked into it. And the second thing is, with AI, you create this fantasy that there's some kind of god or some kind of oracle. Like, you create this fantasy that it's not just people, but that the machine does something. The machine talks as if it's a person. Mm-hmm. People fall in love with it. People worship it. People seek advice from it. But it's nothing but other. There's nothing there but other people. And no future and no value and no spiritual reality.
Hold that thought, Jaron. We're just getting started. I'm gonna come right there. Yeah. This notion of AI making people feel devalued, say nothing of unemployed, but that's a whole other conversation. Glad to have him for the hour. He's a legend. And every time I talk to him, I learn stuff, and I'm always honored to be in conversation with him. He is, again, the founding father of the field of virtual reality. Everybody now is playing games. We're all wearing the goggles. This is the guy who got us on that path. But I love his transparency and his honesty. He always has a critique, an earnest critique of the industry that he is a part of. And I mentioned a number of his best-selling books that I've had a chance to talk to him about over the years. The last one I referenced was 10 Arguments for Deleting Your Social Media Accounts Right Now. I wonder, given the way the world has moved, if there's anything Jaron has written heretofore that he now regrets or feels differently about. Anything in that book, for example, about deleting your social media accounts right now that he feels differently about the way the world is moving. We'll talk about that, but we're going to come forward and talk about this notion of AI making us feel depleted as human beings. We'll start there. Glad I got him for the hour. You're listening to Jaron Lanier, the father of virtual reality, on Tavis Smiley.
Hope, agency, dignity. This is Tavis Smiley.
Can you dig it? Come on!
Make a move into a home of your own. With City National Bank's Ladder Up Home Loan Grant, you could receive up to $20,000 that you never need to pay back. Use it toward your down payment, save on closing costs, or to buy down your mortgage rate. Find out more at cnb.com/ladderuphome. City National, here for every stage of the journey. Property must be in a qualifying market in California, New York, or New Jersey. Additional terms and conditions apply. Not all applicants will qualify. Terms are subject to change without notice. City National Bank is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC. NMLS number 536994.
Celebrate the soul of the holidays and support Altadena and Pasadena. Join us on Monday, December 15th, 7 p.m. inside the Bram Goldsmith Theater at the Wallace in Beverly Hills for Soul of the Holidays, a joyful night of Motor City Soul, gospel, and holiday classics featuring an 18-piece band, all-star vocalist, and community choirs, all in support of the Black LA Relief and Recovery Fund. This performance comes at a pivotal time for many in Altadena and Pasadena. This is their first holiday season since the devastating Altadena Eden Canyon fire, which destroyed homes and community spaces. While the physical losses are immense, the power of community remains, and your attendance directly supports recovery, resilience, and renewal. So, be sure to join us Monday, December 15th, 7 p.m. inside the Bram Goldsmith Theater at the Wallace in Beverly Hills for Soul of the Holidays, benefiting survivors of the Altadena Eden Canyon fire. For ticket information, just log on to tickets@thewallace.org. That's tickets@thewallace.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580 and the Black Freedom Fund. Hey, KBLA 1580 delegation, your health know that information is power, especially when it comes to prevention and treatment. That's why we're proud to introduce the brand new KBLA Health and Wellness Hub. This online space is built just for you, connecting our community to trusted health resources, culturally relevant care, and even access to diverse clinical trials and emerging therapies. Whether you're looking for information on common conditions, mental health support, or just want to stay on top of your wellness journey, we got you. And the best part, it's all on our website at KBLA1580.com. Accessible, empowering, community-focused. So just go to KBLA1580.com and click on the Health and Wellness Hub icon, because knowledge is power and your health is everything. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Sometimes he fails at fitting in, but we're okay with that. You're inside the Tavis Smiley Show.
So if you're lucky and you have access to him, as I am fortunate to have, you check in with Jaron Lanier every now and again just to see what he's thinking, how he's processing the world that we are living in, because he is a brilliant computer scientist, author, musician, and again, widely recognized as the founding father of the field of virtual reality. And we'll get to that because everybody now is using virtual reality. But this guy is the guy with his friends, his colleagues, who actually put us on that path. We'll talk about that in just a second here. But in case you've just tuned in, he's already said a couple of things that I find fascinating, so I'm going to follow him for the hour, as I always do. Talking about AI, which Jaron mentioned first, and the way in which it makes us feel devalued or devolved. And I was talking to my team here in the studio. I mean, it didn't take long for Jaron to kick off a conversation amongst us here in the studio. But just this notion that AI is really an aggregation of everything that humans have created, and yet we treat it like a godlike sort of figure. Isn't that interesting irony for you, Jaron? It is for me.
Yeah, well, it bothers me. Like, I don't know how to put this, but like, there's a lot of things you can do with different attitudes. Like, what I mean by that is, if you're an artist, you might say, I think of my art as service to other people. You might say, I think of my art as worship. You might say, I think of my art as just art for art's sake, like it's a thing by itself. I don't know. There's all these attitudes. It's all great. You find what means something to you, you know, but if you're doing technology, like, what can it... do it. And so the thing is, if we're doing technology in a way that hurts people, are we even doing technology at all, or are we just being assholes, you know? That's my question. And it really, this idea of presenting what we do as if it's a god, or as if it's like some kind of special entity, when really all it is selling people back to themselves, you know? It bothers me. It really, really, really bothers me, and I wish we wouldn't do it.
It sounds to me, and not sounds to me, let me rephrase that. It seems to me, having tapped into a little AI myself here and there, it seems to me that while we treat, to your point, I agree, we treat AI like it's all that and then some, as we said back in the day, all that and a bag of chips. We act like we act like AI is everything, and yet it's an aggregation, it's an amalgam